Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here. I am going to give you your weekly Oracle check-in. I'm Leanne Holitza. I work out of the Healing Studio in Broomfield, Colorado. I'm the founder of it, actually. And I'm going to be doing our weekly read. Some of you who have participated before know and already done it. You type me please in the comments, and that's how you're going to get your own weekly card. We're going to start off with some cards that are just giving us all a collective. Then we'll do a 1, 2, 3, which is how you can get your first card, or you can get your card later when you're watching the replay. And then we'll do the individual me pleases. So if you're watching, hi, thank you. And type me please. I actually got the studio going today. Last week was a little bit of a pickup. Couple of announcements. We have the Fusion Sound Bath this week, but it's booked. So if you want to get in on the next one in 3 months, you want to get on that schedule because it is filling up every time, which is super cool. That's where I give you a reading and you get a sound bath. So if you're local to Broomfield or you're in town, the other thing is we still have our sound baths going. We still have just regular sound baths, and we have group weekly healings, which you can attend virtually if you want to. And really, we just got a lot of fun stuff on the calendar. We're going to do a customer appreciation event in August for our 10-year anniversary. That's going to be a live thing, but we might have a virtual thing too, just if we think that it might be something fun to do. Anyway, those are the announcements. Let's see. I got some helpers here for us today. Silver Amanda Ellis spray. This is good for crown chakra. So I'm going to bring our crown chakras up. And I'm using a puffalite. This is going to help us kind of, touch base with the higher elements, get our frequency up. There's a lot of lower frequency energies testing us this month. So just giving ourselves a chance to acknowledge that that's going on. All right, let's see what comes up. I'm getting all my stuff together here. All right. Starting off the week, presence sideways. Okay, so this is basically saying we have been listening too much to the wrong things. Okay, and we're getting burnout. It's driving us crazy. It's making us a little bit burnout. So just kind of acknowledging, listening to what you really want to truly hear. And if you are hearing a lot of intense stuff, just maybe go turn on some good music. This is the helper card for the week. Use your intuition. Okay. So, I teach classes on this, but on how to get your energy field solid enough that you can use your own intuition. And one of the key things is learning just about your energetic anatomy and calming it down. So this week, just be receptive, but listen to the right things. Use your intuition to give yourself a energy of clarity and understanding of yourself. Okay. Hi, Amber. You can type me, please, if you want a card in a minute. I'm going to come down the list. So, all right, end of the week. Support, okay, giving and receiving. All right, so this is very much talking about the end of the week. It might be some new things that can be brought in to support you. Some new things are happening to support you and give you a kind of a different level up so that you can do the next things that you need to do. All right, so that's the week. Let's do the 1, 2, 3. So this is how you're going to get your card if you're watching a replay. All right. And if you're watching live, I want you to tune in. Tune in to which number is yours. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Using the infinite wisdom of chakra cards today. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Tune in. If you picked 1, you're going to be working with the Great Celestial Sun Unity. Okay, so throat chakra and becoming aware of ideas and consciousness and existence beyond the known. Actually, this feels like crown chakra. So this card probably is indicating why we have that Amanda Ellis spray going. So Great Central Sun Unity, becoming aware of ideas, becoming aware of the bigger consciousness. Stop thinking small, start thinking big. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a rough week energetically. So supporting a higher truth is going to be really important. If you picked 2, you want to work with Warrior 1, Empowerment. So this card says call on your inner strength and stamina as you establish your place in the world. So really if you picked 2, you're really going to focus this week on where do I belong? What is my place? Why am I here on this planet right now? And how can I stand in that strength rather than get kind of tumbled around? Okay, and if you picked 3, your first card is Raven Goddess Magic. So it says fly into the darkness to reveal the light within you. Okay, so this is really giving yourself a chance to really open up the energies of shadow work, and the light is shining onto some stuff we don't like to see. So really focusing on that, and give yourself an idea that you have so much gifts that sometimes you hide from yourself because you think you should hide them. Okay, so just acknowledging that in yourself. All right, let's get started on the me pleases. All right. All right. So let's see. We'll work on the energies here. So I'm going to start with this top, which is Stephanie R. Okay. So Stephanie, me pleased me with a sparkly heart. This next card's for you. Now, if we start to see cards 3 times, you guys, that means it's third time a charm. It's for all of us. The messages for the week. Okay, this does happen every single time. So just pay attention. Stick with me for this entire time that we have together. All right. So Stephanie, you're working with Phoenix, Fire of Transformation. Okay, this says being willing to rise up again and again, you will be successful. And sometimes we get a little burnout from having to come up from the ashes all the time, but sometimes we won't make a change unless we first burn down what we had before. So this is a week to do something different. The energy supported anyway. So really let yourself acknowledge like what's done and how can you alchemize with that experience of being done to begin your next steps. Okay. National Geographic. Okay, you're going to be working with mountain pose, stability. Okay, align with the stability of earth and grounding support. Open your higher vision as you do. Okay, so this week, really drawing your attention down into the earth and letting the earth support a release. Okay, so just give yourself a little bit of a chance to release your energies as far as like what you've been trying to do. And just be still and let that be your strength, okay? All right, Heidi Mills. Heidi. You're going to be working with the Sky Messenger, freedom. Let go of the restrictions and set yourself free. Okay, so this week, especially the mental limiting belief systems. By the way, our coaching clubs have started, and the March one anyway, there's one in April, and they're great to get rid of stuff that's in the way. And this is basically what they're saying this week. Focus, see how there's like, what are you saying to yourself and how is it causing restrictions? And how can you focus on letting those restrictions go? Okay, burnout proof leaders. Your card is going to be working with the insight, spiritual teacher. Connect with your spiritual teacher and tap into higher wisdom. Okay, so really letting yourself acknowledge that maybe there's somebody else who has a message for you this week. Maybe there's somebody, there's so much content out there these days. You guys can find inspiration that resonates with you pretty much on every platform. So just kind of go and get a little more spiritually inspired this week, okay? Seriously wonderful one, Courtney. You're going to want to work with the dark goddess, okay? Grief. Now is time for sensing your grief as a gift from the heart, okay? So the grief is important. It means you loved and then there was something worth grieving over losing, okay? So really giving yourself a chance to pay attention to that. And the grief lives in the lungs. So be with yourself in that space so that you don't push yourself into a place where you have to deal with a physical ailment, okay? Work with that emotional grief. Diane Stevens this week. You're going to be working with this third eye chakra. Travel deep within your consciousness and realize you are part of a vast potential. Okay. Back to the trusting your intuition card. If you picked that one at the beginning, giving yourself a chance to really have your own back, your own wisdom this week. And really know that your intuition can be pretty spot on when you let it, when you learn to calm down, right? Blossoming Lotus and Shannon. Blossoming Lotus, you're working with your crown chakra, infinite. The divine connection is the bridge waiting to be crossed. I really do feel like you guys, there's a lot of focus on the crown this week. That's why I was using that spray. Really paying attention to the higher truths. Look past the garbage that's trying to get your attention. There's something bigger happening right now. Okay, Shannon, you're going to be working with the dolphins. Joy. Open to the power of joy through movement and joy. So just have a playful life right now. This week is a good week to just play, jump around, do things just to do things, that kind of stuff. Kalina. All right. And you guys, I'm just coming down the list. If you're watching, hi, thanks for watching. And go ahead and type me, please. I'll get to you when I get down to the names there. Goddess of vibration, truth. Allow your words and actions to reflect your truth. So again, this little truth teller, the self that gives, that's been really up lately too. Be sure to say early and often how you're feeling. Don't let people get in your way about that. I actually really like, we're out of the elixir here, but you can go directly to Lotus Way to get it. Or I have a spray that's just, it helps you say the hard truths when it needs to be said. All right. Denise S., you're going to be working with the fish pose. So release, surrender to your higher self and release all judgments, okay? So see how she's just literally letting her heart rise to the ceiling, releasing the judgments and setting yourself free from the restrictions of what's happened, especially other people judging you or you feeling like you have to judge them. All that can fade away this week. Nicole and Addison. Nicole, you're working with camel pose. Opening, I need to do some of these poses, I think. Open the doorway to your heart with discover the treasures within. Okay, so this is very much being willing to be vulnerable, but only to the places that actually earned it. Okay, so there's some strength in your vulnerability, and this week you want to embrace the strength of vulnerability and saying where when you need help and asking for it and letting it in. Addison, you're working with the Sacred Grove guidance, okay? This card says travel into the power places to receive the guidance you're seeking. So this is literally going to physical places where you feel connected to nature, where you feel energy shifting. That's where you're going to want to go this week, okay? All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. If you're just now joining, type me, please, and I'll get down to the list. Kara, Tatiana. Kara, you're working with the Dark Goddess, okay? So grief as well. So this is really acknowledging, we've seen this card already. It's a time to really grieve. It's a time to let things go that need to be let go of and to be sad about it. Yeah, sure. But just because you're sad doesn't mean it isn't something that's, worth kind of going back and recognizing that it's when you lose something you love, it's hard, right? Tatiana, you're going to want to work with the mountain pose of stability. Second time we've seen this. So guys, remember I say that we start to see these cards again, they start to be for all of us. So really be still this week, Tatiana. Be still and strong, and maybe even kind of feeling into what it feels like to stand on 2 feet and just have your eyes closed and feel your own strength kind of pulsing through you, okay? Nice week for you to just really be still. Miranda Z. You are working with Ganesh, abundance of earth. Release the obstacles and receive abundance that's perfect for you. All right. So Ganesh, you can call on them for the remover of obstacles. This week, you can have your obstacles assisted out of your way. All right. So that you can keep going. All right. Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, you're working with dolphins. So second time we've seen this. Play for no reason. Jump out of the water for no reason. Have fun. Express your joy. Let other people know your joyfulness. Donnie, you're going to be working with your throat chakra, spaciousness. So this says finding the openings of your voice and expression. Okay. So this week, speaking up, maybe even, singing a little, humming a little, getting those kind of vibrations going inside yourself really can be helpful. You guys, did you know that if you hum with your mouth closed, it actually helps with viruses, especially respiratory ones? All right, Kimberly and Juan Carlos. Kimberly, you want to work with reflection on the hero pose, okay? Embark on the journey to invite acceleration to your soul's path here on earth. All right, so really giving yourself your own congratulations, your own I am a special, important person to many people, and I'm going to celebrate that this week, okay? Juan Carlos, your focus is on the divine flow confidence. Let go of doubt and move forward confidently. Okay. Confidence. Give yourself some time to just be like, yep, I got this. I don't always know why or how, but I do. All right. All right. I see you guys, by the way. I think Ira, Valerie. Yes, I will be getting to you guys. Don't worry. I'm just coming down the list here. Okay, Chris. Okay, third time's a charm. So guys, this is when we start to really pay attention as a group. This is why you want to watch this thing till the end, okay? Because we start to really get the messages. Stand in your own strength. Be grounded and supported by the earth and your own backbone, okay? This week is a week to really focus on just the power of closing your eyes, being still, and standing up for yourself, okay? All right. So that's for you, Robin. Now we're going to do Chris. Chris, second time divine flow confidence. Okay, so let go of doubt and move forward confidently. So like Juan Carlos, just step into it. You've got this. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to do something we've never done before, but it's also a great time to learn new things. Okay, Austin, you're going to be working with the Phoenix energy. Second time we've seen that. Okay, fire of transformation. Be willing to let your past go so that you can rise up again and again. Okay, so what you did yesterday and everything that's over now, you can celebrate what you learned and then you can move forward and grow from it. Okay. All right, Cynthia, you're working with the great central sun of unity. Okay, becoming aware of ideas, consciousness, and beyond, this world. So really giving yourself an opportunity to tap into that crown chakra, tap into a higher truth, spend some time journaling, talking to yourself, kind of in that higher level. You can do the whole like write your question and then answer yourself and see what you might get. Lisa, you're working with Shiva, transcendence. Woohoo. Prepare to step into your seat of the higher awareness and the conscious action. Okay, feels like it's a high truth time, you guys. A truth beyond what's obvious, okay? So really stepping into Shiva, moving obstacles out of your eye, away from your eyes, and showing you what actually is going on. Tiff, Sacred Grove guidance. Okay, so this is second time we've seen this. This is telling you to use nature and the energy around you to tell you what to do now and where to, and kind of offer you healing. Go to those vibrational places that you know support you the best. Mountain River, throat chakra, spaciousness, find openings in your voice and expression. Okay, so using your throat to get yourself understood and to get the help that you need, that kind of thing. Tommy, you're working with your heart chakra, okay? Wisdom of love and compassion. Open your heart and see the whole world inside of you. So a lot of heart energy for you this week, focusing on love, focusing on receiving and giving it in balance, that kind of thing. Tanya, fourth time for the mountain pose. Okay, so I'm going to get the little book out just in case we're missing something, okay? And I'm going to tell you what this is actually. This is for all of us. So listen up, all right? Align with the stability of Earth for grounding and support. It says our ability to stabilize, to realign, be still, and readjust in a spinning ball of energy in the universe is quite profound. Okay, so I now accept the journey ahead and meet my challenges from the base of my stability and unwavering faith. So that's coming up for us all, you guys. Everybody get into your mountain poses. Everybody stand up for yourselves in a strong way. Joe L, you're working with the dancer. Haven't done that pose in a while. Balance. Activate your willingness to enter the dance. Okay, so it's time to go ahead and get out there again and start to enter the dance with life and let yourself really show up to the places that make you feel like you want to move. All right, Natalie, you're working with the tree rooted, okay? So it says find harmony by planting your roots deep within the earth. It's kind of like that mountain pose, but even deeper, really getting yourself aware that you are part of the planet's consciousness right now. And it's a good time to really rest in that, okay? All right, King of GT, you're working with the warrior empowerment. Okay, so you call in your own strength and your stamina. You got this. Second time we've seen this card, it might be for all of us, but just really standing in your own strength and your own looking to the high truths, okay? That's going to be a big focus for you. All right, Kay, Ian, and Charlie. Kay, Shiva, transcendence, time for things to basically step into your higher truth, really be aware that there's some higher learnings that could be going on right now that would be good to take note of. Ian, you want to focus on the sky messenger and freedom. Okay, let go of your restrictions and set yourself free. Second time we've seen that one too. All right, so really giving yourself awareness of your own limiting beliefs, okay? And get those limiting beliefs out into the conscious world and then let them go. Charlie, you're going to work with family healing, okay? So trusting the support of your earth soul family, trusting that you can have the support that you need this week, really leaning into your old family of origin, your parents and the people that are closest to you, okay? Hannah, Isabella, and Carly. Hannah, you brought third time's the charm, the Grove, you guys. This means we all have to go out there. Have to. Suggested would be beneficial for us to get in alignment with spaces that feel good to us. This is a third time's a charm. It means it's for all of us to get out there, find your energy support from the natural energies around you and sit in it a little bit. Okay. Isabella, third time's a charm for Shiva now, you guys. Transcendence. Prepare to step in. Prepare. It is time for preparation. That's why our crown chakras really want us to work right now. So being aware that we can really get ready and be ready for what's happening next. Big stuff, by the way. Carly, you're working with your priestess intuition, okay? Connect to the higher wisdom of the divine feminine, okay? So you're giving yourself some time this week to really tap in femininity, what it means to have that feminine energy around. Feminine energy is very inclusive. It's very much about everybody elevating because all of our talents are applied, okay? Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, camel pose, opening, strength and vulnerability. Give yourself the chance to be vulnerable, but only to the people that earned it, and especially for yourself, okay? Kira, you're going to be working with the mountain pose too. 5th time we've seen this, you guys. It's coming up and up and up, okay? Stand in your power. Stand in the spin. Stay still in the spin, okay? Finn, priestess energy for you, your own intuition. What does your collective energies feel like when you're tapping into the feminine energies of everybody being together, not just doing together, okay? Aaron T., you are bringing this third time's the charm for the messenger. Let go of restrictions and set yourself free. So this is really, you guys, a lot about our minds. What are our minds telling us is happening? What is helpful? What is not helpful? How can we keep the messages to ourselves supportive? Okay. Elizabeth R., you're working with your heart chakra, wisdom of love and compassion. So really focusing on any restrictions you want to let go of there this week and letting love in and giving love out. You'll have an extra support about that this week. Janice, you're going to have extra support around your solar plexus chakra, fire. Ignite the powerful energy of your individual light, okay? So you are going to focus on yourself, your boundaries, being authentic, letting yourself actually take the action that's yours to take, okay? All right, I'm getting here, guys. So Sam, coming to you here. Sam, third time's charm for the heart chakra. Okay, so we're going to work with opening up our heart chakras this week, really allowing ourselves to love what we want to love more of and let go of the judgments about what we don't like. Okay, so standing in our mountain pose with our hearts open is what's going to be the week's energy. Okay, let's see. Amber A. Amber, you're going to also have extra support around your sacral chakra. So water and connecting to the inner dwelling place of joy and pleasure. Okay, so this week, a little extra focus on being joyful, creative, emotionally expressive. Let yourself really expand into that this week with that mountain pose, heart open. Okay, Brian, you're bringing the dancer. So balance, allowing your willingness to enter the dance. Okay, so this is a week for you to step in, step out, give yourself an opportunity to give energies to, what it means to truly flow with life and where your part is. Okay, that's going to be really important. All right, Amna and Ira. Okay, Amna, You're working with the Saraswati creative expression. Okay, use your creative gifts and exploration as a way to expand and grow. Okay, so get curious, get expansive, do something a little different, have fun with it while you do it. Okay, all right, Ira, you're going to want to focus on the butterfly goddess metamorphosis. Okay, so this is what you are reaching completion on this part of your journey. Prepare to rise higher. Ooh. Okay, so things are wrapping up, which is going to take you to the next level. Woohoo! So give yourself a little good job. All right, Bella Luna, you are going to do the fish pose. Okay, so you can see this is what this looks like. Release. Okay, surrender to your higher self and release all judgments. That really is some message that's kind of coming up this week, you guys. So letting yourselves, don't, step aside from judgment. Be curious. Ask questions. Why is that there? Rather than be into, oh, I got to protect myself from what's happening. Okay. All right, Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you're working with the water goddess in the flow. Our true nature embodies the ebb and flow of life's pleasure. Okay, so some water, some emotions, some pleasure, having a good time this week, finding ways to explore your emotions. That's going to be helpful. Matthew, you're going to work third time's a charm with the Phoenix energy. Okay, this is a fire transformation. Whatever we're going through this week, we will come through it and we will be better for it. We will use our ashes to transform ourselves into something even more. So good job, Matthew. Just have some faith, you guys. Sometimes when we're in the Phoenix phase, it can be really kind of feel really rough and uncertain. We hate uncertainty, you know? Brian, you're welcome. Let's see. Valerie from Ireland. I'm going to give you a card next. Wolf. Okay, so communication. Notice your ability to convey ideas through the words and expressions. Okay, so this is really that truth teller. We've been getting a lot of throat chakra focus, crown chakra focus, obviously the heart chakra too, all of them. But you're going to want to really use your voice this week. I'm really seeing from your guides to go ahead and put some of it down on paper because you're going to want to remember it, and maybe even organize it a little bit so that you can refer to it later. What does this timeline mean to you? Okay. All right. So that is our weekly read. If you're still watching, thanks for hanging out with me for this time period. I do this every Sunday, for the most part, at noon Mountain Time. We just moved to Mountain Daylight Time. So some of the US doesn't do the time jump, but we just did a time jump. Always fun to mess around with our clocks, right? I'm going to throw a card for my husband just because oftentimes he brings us three times a charm as well. But if you're still hanging out, feel free to type me, please. We have a couple minutes still. Oh, third time's a charm for the dolphin. Okay, you guys. So we're going to be joyful. We are going to be having fun. We are going to enjoy the process as best that we can, even when it feels like a struggle. With our mountain pose, okay, of stability. And I'm going to remind us of the three cards, the cards we got. The Phoenix, okay, so we're transforming. We're using Shiva as well to transcend. So transformation and transcendence. So to me, when you're transcending, you're actually like moving away from something completely. When you're transforming, you're using what you've already had to like alchemize it, if that makes sense. Yes, let's have fun. I agree. Let's do it. Heart chakra, let's open our energies up even more to what our hearts are saying. Get outside in nature and find some guidance out there. And we also got the Sky Messenger. Work on your limiting beliefs. So you guys, it's a really good time to check our internal voices. What are you saying to yourself about what is happening? And how can you move yourself into alignment with saying what you want, with speaking into truth, the changes that you want to see, with also being in a space where you've got to recognize we've never been here before. And so therefore we don't have the manual. We have to make it up as we go along. And if we have each other's back, we can do this. Okay. So that is it for the week. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell button, it'll tell you when I go live so that you don't miss the weekly check-in. I do post some replays just to get us kind of just little clips, just so you guys, if you didn't have time to stay on for half an hour, you could watch it. And go be amazing.